सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Okay. 21 onwards. पुरुषः सुखदुःखाना sorry 21 पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्थो हि
पुरुष प्रकृतिस्थो हि
भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान्
भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान्
कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य
कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य
तदसद्यो निजन्मसु
सदसत्योनिजन्मसु
उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च
उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च
भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः
भक्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः
परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तः
परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तः
देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुषः परः
देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुषः परः
य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषम्
य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषम्
प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह
प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह
सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि
सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि
न स भूयोऽभिजायते
न स भूयोऽपि जायते
ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति
ज्ञानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति
केचिदात्मानमात्मना
केचिदात्मानमात्मनः
आत्मना
आत्मना
अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन
अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन
कर्मयोगेन चापरे
कर्मयोगेन चापरे
अन्ये त्वेवमजानन्तः
अन्ये त्वेव मजानन्तः
श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते
श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते
तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव
तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव
मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः
मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः
यावत् सञ्जायते किञ्चित्
यावत् सञ्जायते किञ्चित्
सत्त्वं स्थावरजङ्गमम्
सत्त्वं स्थावरजङ्गमम्
क्षेत्रज्ञ संयोगात्
क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञसंयोगात्
तद्विद्धि भरतर्षभ.
तद्विद्धि भरतर्षभ.
Yeah. A couple of points in 25 when we studied that last class. Te api cha atitaranti eva mrityum. Mrityum atitaranti. They cross over death. They win over death. For them, death is no longer there. That's the meaning, right? So there you have to connect with the this one. Number 12. Nyeyam yattat pravakshyami yat jnatva mritamashnuте. So there is saying, pravakshyami, I'm about to tell you what is to be known, right? What is to be known. Yat jnatva, having known which, amritam ashnute, correct? Amritam ashnute. So deathlessness, immortality. So therefore, you have to connect this mrityu to that, amrityu. This is what he says in 25th. He says, mrityum atitaranti. So that is one thing. And another thing is shruti parayana. Shruti parayana. So there, shruti does not mean Veda. Okay? Shruti parayana means whatever is heard. Shruti is what is heard is shruti. So they've heard. They've heard from their gurus. And they are not necessarily aware of Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Shastram, Veda, and all that. And whatever Guru says is pramanam for me. So that's Shruti. That's Shruti you have to keep in mind. Huh? So committed to what they have heard from their teachers. All right. So now we're about to enter this shloka number 23. Yavat sanjayate kinchit. So he's now summarizing the teaching, right? So you'll you'll find familiar ideas. Yeah. So sanjayate. Sanjayate means what? Jayate born, sanjayate born. Born. So whatever is born, yavat sanjayate. Whatever is born in this world, whatever comes to being, okay, that's what he's talking about. And sattvam. Sattvam means living being. Okay, that's all it is. Sattvam here means all beings. And what kind of beings? Sthavara jangamam. Sthavara jangamam. This you already know. In Guru Stotram also you get that. Sthavaram jangamam vyaptam yatkinchit characharam like that. Huh? So sthavaram means living beings which can't move. Which can't move like plants. And then jangamam, movable living beings. Moving living beings which have the capacity to move. That's called jangam. So yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam. Okay. Then he says kshetrajna samyogat. He's telling the cause for the birth. He's telling the cause for the birth. Okay. Okay. So samyoga. Samyoga. Samyoga means some kind of a connection. Some union is there. Some connection is there. Between what? Kshetra and kshetrajna. This chapter, of course, is called Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. And that's how we started also. Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetramitya. All that we saw. And so he says that connects, there is a samyoga between Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Now, we have to understand it properly. Right? So, Purusha and Prakriti, there is a sanyoga. Atma and Anatma, there is a sanyoga. That is the meaning of this? Kshetra, Kshetrajnayor sanyoga. Anatma, Atma samyoga is there. Now, Anatma Atma Samyoga means who is doing this connection? Sanyoga means some mix up, some connection is there, some some contact is there between the two. Some contact. Okay. There is a contact between Atma and the body. There is a Sanyoga between the Atma and the body. Suppose somebody says that. Yeah, of course there is contact. It's not like Atma is different, body is different. No, that's not possible. Atma is there very much. And so then what Sanyoga is possible? This we have to think. See, what is the Sanyoga possible between the clay and pot? See, whenever we are getting into troubled territory, you have to bring up a pot. I'm giving you some ideas in case you have ideas to teach and all that. And you can have some pots next to you or some whatever, some that styrofoam cups. Here we don't use styrofoam cups that much. In America, wherever you go, there's a styrofoam cup. So you don't have to worry. In America, if you're teaching, you don't need a pot. Your styrofoam cup is good enough or some plastic cup or something. So then you have to ask the question. See, that's why I look around like this. When I look around like this, I'm pretty much looking for this pot. There's nothing else I need right now. So, what is the sanyoga between the mritika clay and ghataha pot? What is the sanyoga? See, uh,
The pot maker.
uh, pot maker is the sanyoga. Is that what it is? Pot maker? Get this. What is the sanyoga between two things, right? Two things are there. And there is a sanyoga. Sanyoga. There's a connection between them. We can understand this kind of sanyoga. We can understand. There's a connection. The two are related to each other. Connection between two coaches of a train. Train has many coaches like that. And then they're all connected. There's a sanyoga, kind of physical connection you can see. That's one type of sanyoga. And that's called samsarga sanyoga. Then there is another kind of sanyoga, which Shankara and Shastra will call as samavaya samyoga. Samavaya samyoga. Samavaya means this looks like one piece. This is a watch, wristwatch, okay? Some of you may have forgotten what a wristwatch is, but I'll remind you once again. This is a device that we used to use long ago, and we used to put it on our wrist like this, and then they tie like this. And then it look like watch. So this looks like one piece. One piece. What all of us know very well, this is one piece. For the eyes, that's what it looks like. But it's many pieces. That is why you can, when it stops working, you can take it to the store and then tell them this is not working. In India, if you do that, they will immediately say, okay, come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. That's all. That means what? He knows what to do. He knows what is the problem. I will fix it. How can you fix it if it is just one piece? You can't fix it. You can fix it because this is a combination of many, many pieces. And so he knows how to take the back of this off and he can do all this thing. It has a thing there where he can, screw the thing. Everything is there. So it's it's an analog watch, right? So it's a very old watch. It's probably So 9 plus 32 years old, this much. 32 years, it's still working. I gave it once for recently, some 2, 3 years ago, and he said, "Sir, you need to service this watch." I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead and service it." And he serviced it, it's working. And so, Samavaya Samyoga, where there are a lot of things that are connected to each other and making a whole, is the relationship between clay and pot, that kind of Samyoga. Either Samsarga Samyoga, are there any parts which are connected to each other that you can just remove out? Or is it a Samavaya Samyoga? Maybe. Pot has clay in it. No, that also seems like a problem. That also is a problem. Why it's a problem? Because there are no two objects in the hand. That's a problem. Clay and pot are not two different things. Somehow they are connected to each other, and that somehow the Shastram calls it Adhyasa Samyoga. That is the only other possibility. Like if you ask, what is the connection between rope and snake? It is purely Adhyasa. Purely Adhyasa. Really speaking, there is no snake, but if you insist there is a snake, and then later you find out it's a rope, then you yourself did all the magic and all Sanyoga you created. You created a Sanyoga between an existent thing and a non-existent thing. That is the other beautiful thing. I create a snake and then it becomes real for me. So Sanyoga is there. There, of course, it's a projection. In that example, it's a projection. Snake is a projection. What about pot? Pot is not a projection like snake. Come on, don't tell me pot is like snake. This pot will not go away just like that. Snake at least will go away. And snake also, you might see a snake, I might see a rope at the same time. So their projection is obvious. But yahan par everybody is seeing a pot. You can't shake it out and all that. No, it won't go. Like the snake, it won't go. And so, okay, there we are giving an example. But here, this pot, Shastram says, this pot also is a type of projection, exactly like the snake is a type of projection on the rope. There, at least, it's a vyavaharika where it's a possibility to project a non-existent thing on an existent thing. But here, you can't say pot is non-existent. But then you can't also say pot is existing. That is Vedanta. That is Vedanta. Anirvachaniyam, it's called. Can't say it is non-existent. You can't say it is absolutely existent. Like clay is absolutely existent. Okay. And so that's samyoga where I take this to be a pot. Nothing wrong in taking it to be a pot, but ignoring clay altogether. Exactly like what? Like I am Purusha, but I take myself to be Prakriti. Body, mind, senses, these are all Prakriti, my dear friends. And I take myself to be as good as a body. And then I say, I am mortal. I have to protect myself. Yeah, body needs protection, all right. But that's all I am if I say, hey, Purusha is what sustains the body. I am Purusha fundamentally. And so I am Atma fundamentally, which na jayate, na mriyate va kadachit. I've given up, I've thrown the baby with the bath water. Correct? That's some yoga he's talking about here, which we are not, which not unknown to us, right? And so, therefore, that samyogat yavat sanjayate, this birth and death is happening because of this samyoga, because of this error. And so somebody says, why are you insisting on knowledge? This jnana yoga, you keep talking about. There are so many types of yoga. Hinduism is known for many paths. And you are insisting on one path called jnanam. Hey, many paths are there, correct. But many paths are there for antakarana shuddhi, no doubt. No doubt. Any path you want, you can use. Any Guruji, you can use their techniques, yogas, you can use and gain that antakarana shuddhi. Then what? Then what to do? The diagnosis of the problem is what we are interested in. How did you diagnose the problem? Your solution has to be commensurate to that diagnosis. And my diagnosis is like what? Is like saying it is a adhyasa. Another word used by Shastram for this kshetrajna samyoga is what? Adhyasa. Adhyasa. Adhyasa is the cause of the fundamental problem. I have projected my body on Atma and I have projected Atma on the body. Both. Both. How? How did I do that? Well, when I say I am no good, I am a failure, I'm no good, I'm a failure. Whatever I do in life, I've never been successful. Everything half baked, nothing works out for me. My stars are always against me. I'm no good, I'm a failure. If I say, now there is a huge projection happening, correct? Some accomplishments that I have done, and I'm comparing that to so many others. And then based on that, I have taken myself to be as good as my accomplishments, correct? It's important to take that for a while. It's good until one gets a self esteem, it's important. But then one gets a self esteem, and then once one grows out of that also, correct? And that's the beauty of the Shastra. Shastra should allow us to do that. Religion should allow us to go through that journey. Whether all religions do that or not is a big question. Right? And so, here I have projected my mind, my buddhi, and all on myself. I've taken myself to be as good as the buddhi. That means buddhi is projected on Atma. Accomplishment is equal to buddhi. Okay, is as good as Atma. Correct. Accomplishment is projected on Atma, and because I didn't accomplish much, I'm a failure. Other way around also. Other way around. Body is conscious. Body is conscious. Very much conscious. Body is conscious means what? Shastram says body is jadam. Body is jadam. Consciousness makes the body, Atma makes the body appear conscious. Medicine also they have an explanation. Nervous system is there and so forth. And therefore, when somebody touches you like this, you feel it. Neurons working, nerve cells are working, and signals are being passed all the way. That's all fine. That's a medical explanation of what's going on in the body. But that ability to be conscious is given by Atma. So there, Atma is projected on the body. Because I am making the projection is so important or so much that I have taken an inert thing and I made it conscious, correct? I have made Jadam into Ajadam. That is also a projection. That's also a projection. Therefore, Shankaracharya, Adhyasa Bhashyam. It's called famous Adhyasa Bhashyam. It is really a magnum opus. And our Indians, we have to master it. We have to study it and understand it. That's the greatness of pinnacle of Indian philosophy. If we want to talk, this is Adhyasa Bhashyam, where he says, Yushmad Asmat Pratyaya Gochara Yoho Vishaya Vishayinoho Tamah Prakashavat. He starts the Bhashyam like that. Yushmad Asmat Pratyaya Gochara Yoho. He says there are two things, this and that, I and not I. Vishaya and Vishayi. Those are the words he used. They are as opposite tamah prakashavat, like darkness and light. They can never mix with each other. Can darkness and light meet each other and mix? It's not possible. This anatma and atma are exactly like that. Two things that cannot mix at all. When two things cannot mix, yet His jiva has the capacity to mix both Atma and Anatma. Like that, he starts. And there is a beautiful Purvapaksha Siddhanta and all that. And then that becomes an introduction to his commentary of Brahma Sutra, Adhyasa. So that Adhyasa, in the commentary of this shloka, Shankara uses the words here which he used in Brahma Sutra. I don't know whether Shankara commented on Bhagavad Gita first, Brahma Sutra later. Maybe that's the way it is. Okay, maybe that's the way it is. If I have to check with Swamiji. And if that is the case, he uses the words that he used in this shloka number whatever, 28, right? In the Brahma Sutra Bhashya. This is the only place where he talks about Adhyasa. Okay? And so beautiful. Nowhere else. Adhyasa is crucial. We don't talk about it in the introductory classes, right? We slowly build it. And then we slowly build it until you are able to easily grasp this idea of Adhyasa. The projection. So when projection is the cause of my problem, the projection, how can a projection be removed? How can the snake be removed from the rope? There's only one way.
Knowledge. Jnanam.
Knowledge. There's no other way to remove snake from the rope. There is no way to remove darkness in this room. I can't simply say I will do some yogasana. I can't say, you know what, Gayatri Japa, it illumines. Yo naf prachodayat. Maybe if I chant Gayatri, the room will become bright. Correct? Hey, idiot. This brightness is buddhi can become bright. And in fact, dark rooms are good for you to chant Gayatri Japa. But then you become calm and that's good. But room will still be dark. No amount of japa, no amount of exercise, clapping, all this. I can't shoo away darkness. That also it won't go. Neither can I shoot darkness. Hey, this is good. Neither can I shoot darkness, nor can I shoot away darkness. So, there is only one way to remove darkness. Likewise, here also, Ajnanam, there is only one way to remove. This Kshetrajna Samyoga, there is only one way to remove. And so, that Ajnanam, which is the cause of this Kshetrajna Samyoga, correct? Samyogat Sanjayate, he says, that we can understand. Tad Vidhi Bharata Rishabha. Tad Vidhi. May you understand that? May you understand that Adhyasa is the cause for birth and death. What a statement it is. What a statement it is. What a refreshing perspective it is. And therefore, that Purusha Ajnanam has created Prakriti Abhimanam. What is Abhimanam? My identification. I identify with the body. We all should identify with the body, of course. But I take that as Paramarthikam. And so, Purusha Ajnanam has created Prakriti Abhimanam. Kshetrajna Ajnanam has created Kshetra Abhimanam. Atma Ajnanam has created Anatma or Deha Abhimanam. Like this. Mamakara and Ahankara has come because of Atma Jnanam. What about after Atma Jnanam? Will my Ahankara go away?
No, it will not go away.
It will not go away. And so we call that as enlightened Ahankara. Ahankara is there. Ahankara is still available to recognize the body. Something has to be there to say, yeah, this is me. That is that. Somebody has come. All that transaction is still required. Enlightened transaction. Correct? Enlightened transactions. I know the sun doesn't move, but still sun moves. Perception is still there. Nobody can say sun does not. Nobody can say I don't perceive the movement of the sun. It was there here in the morning, now it is up there. No, that is how it is going to be. Again, therefore, that kshetragya samyogat, this yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam. Okay, tadvidhi. May you know this. May you know this. This knowledge, that knowing it alone can remove the symptoms of the problem. Nothing else can remove the symptoms. Everything else can manage the symptoms. We are very good at managing symptoms. Okay, all medicines, everything we take, the management of the symptoms. That is why if there is a temperature, we can take this paracetamol or acetaminophen and it reduces the temperature. That gives some relief, no doubt. But we don't know. It doesn't do anything to the virus and the bacteria. We should ask the doctors, what does that do to the back? Do the bacteria also say, oh my God, he's taking crocin, paracetamol? Like that, does it say our bacteria say we are going to reproduce exactly like before? We don't know. So, but antibiotic, if you take, then it fundamentally solves the problem. Like that, here also. That vidhi means may you know. May you know. Once you know it, then that is the ajnana nivritti. So, ajnanam is there, and because of ajnanam, there is adhyasa. Ajnanam, there is adhyasa, projection because of ajnanam. If I don't know who I am, in reality, I have to still take myself to be something. I exist, and I must assume that something is me, and that something is the body. Nothing else. It's very obvious. Not only do I say this is me, everybody else also says this is me. So it's confirmed. Confirmation is there. Therefore, ajnanam, adhyasa. Then the minute adhyasa is done, then limitation. Finitude is there. Finitude is there. I cannot handle finitude. That's it. Over. Then I want to become bigger, better, this, that, constantly. And therefore, become better is a desire. Desire, kama, then karma phalam, then punarjanma. This is the Advaita Vedanta way of clearing this punarjanma, etc. And also solution to that. Okay. All right. So let's look at I hope I covered all the words in the shloka. Kinchit. Yavat sanjayate kinchit means whatever is born in this world. That's the meaning. So let's see the meaning here. O Arjuna, the foremost in the clan of Bharata. Bharatarshabha. Arjuna can be in brackets. Anyway, Arjuna during this lecture, he is in brackets only now. He can't move anywhere. Okay. Arjuna, the foremost in the clan of Bharata, as long as any existent thing hyphen moving or non-moving, hyphen is born, comma, that may you know, that may you know, that may you know, is because of the connection between the kshetra and kshetrajna. Is because of the connection between the kshetra and kshetrajna. Sometimes translated as field and knower of the field. Okay. Arjuna, the foremost in the clan of Bharata, as long as any existent thing, moving or non-moving, is born, that may you know is because of the connection between the kshetra and kshetrajna. Okay.
The correct, Mahodaya, the correct translation for Bharatarshaba is the bull among the Bharatas, right?
Yeah, bull among them. I mean, Rishabha means bull. Rishabha means bull. But we don't call, I mean, Arjuna is not a bull. He's a human being. Okay. So therefore, we have to say something. You can say bull also. It's fine. Nothing wrong. But by bull, what you don't say guy with two horns and all, we don't say. That means what? The greatest, the most powerful, the fierce. All right. Next one.
The bull is used to signify the working capacity and tirelessly.
Yeah. Okay. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu
समं सर्वेषु भूतेषु
tishtantam parameshwaram
तिष्ठन्तं परमेश्वरं
vinashyatस्व vinashyantam
विनश्यत्स्व विनश्यन्तं
yah pashyati sa pashyati.
यः पश्यति स पश्यति
Okay. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu
समं सर्वेषु भूतेषु
tishtantam parameshwaram
तिष्ठन्तं परमेश्वरं
vinashyatस्व vinashyantam
विनश्यत्स्व विनश्यन्तं
yah pashyati sa pashyati.
यः पश्यति स पश्यति
Yeah, so another beautiful shloka, very happened. Why is this thing going on? Okay, so this is an important shloka and often quoted also. So from here onwards, you will begin to see this jnana. What do I get out of knowing Atma? What are the benefits of jnana? Like that, Krishna is going to say a few things here. So let's look at this one. Verb here is yaha pashyati. Yaha pashyati. Pashyati means sees. Yaha pashyati, the one who sees. That is what is being said here. What he sees and all that, we have to see. Okay? And one who recognizes, one who knows, one who comes to know. Okay, that's the meaning of pashyati. It can't be literal seeing with the eyes, because it can't mean. Just like that Bharatarshaba, right? Literal bull, we don't mean there. So, kam pashyati, what is
Wi-Fi also he uses the same.
okay? Kam pashyati, what does yaha kam pashyati, the one who sees what? Okay. Now, if you look at the shloka, there are many words you can identify, right? Parameshwaram pashyati, samam pashyati, tishtantam pashyati, avinashyantam pashyati. So these words can be brought together, correct? So that's a clue, samam. So generally that ends with that makara, right? So samam, avinashyantam, tishtantam, samam, parameshwaram pashyati. That's the way to look at it. Okay. So parameshwaram pashyati. Yeah, pashyati. Paramaschaso Ishwarascha. The Mahan, limitless Ishvara, one who sees that limitless, all-pervasive Ishvara, or the greatest Lord, like that they say. So greatest again will have problem. It's superlative. And so it's a limitless. That is what is the great. Limitless in all counts, right? Limitless Parameshvara. Which is good now, because now all the Shaivites can say, look, Krishna only said Parameshvara, Shiva. Okay, so you don't, Krishna has handed it over to Shiva. Okay. He talked a lot about himself, but that's what we do. We have to talk about ourselves before we talk about others. So therefore, and then he also worshipped Shiva in Rameshwaram and all. So therefore, it's clear who is the greatest God. So Parameshwaram. And what kind of Parameshwaram? Samam Parameshwaram. Sama. Parameshwara is Sama. Means what? Hey, this Nirguna, Nirvikara, Satya, Chetana, Tattvam, which is what we've been talking about. And that is Samam. That is Samam. It can't have any Veda. There are three kinds of Vedas possible. Okay. What are the types of Vedas?
Vijadiya, Vijadiya, Swagata.
Vijatiya Vedaha. Vijatiya Vedaha. Okay, Vijatiya Vedaha. What is Vijatiya Vedaha? Hey, this is one type of stuff. These are all pots and objects made of clay. And this thing is a clock. No connection between pot and clock. No connection at all. You can't use the what is used to make this clock. You can't say I will use it to make pot. No, no such thing. So Vijati. Vijati means two different jatis altogether. Two different families, two different types of. Okay, fruit. What is the connection between a fruit and a pot? Only connection is you can place fruits in a pot if the pot is big enough. That's all. That's the only connection. So that's called Vijati. Different things altogether, different families, okay, of objects, things. All right. Then Vijatiya Bheda, that's Sajatiya Bheda. Sajati, same jati, same family, Sajati. But still Bheda is there. And same jati, books, book jati, Pustaka jati. But different book. This is Bhagavad Gita book, this is Mantra Pushpa. It has different things. It won't have Bhagavad Gita. This will have Bhagavad Gita, it won't have anything that this book has. So very different books, purposes are different, but Sajatiya. Sajatiya Bheda. Same family, but Bheda still there. Okay. Vijatiya Bheda, Sajatiya Bheda. Then what? Swagata Bheda. Swagata Bheda. Swagata Bheda means any object you take, within that object also there is parts, and each part is different, and each page is different in this book. And even you take sambar and rasam, it will soup, everything is there. It seems like one thing, but swagata, within there are a lot of parts and a lot of bheda is there. That is why they say, oh, it smells good, but salt is the problem with salt. Just one little thing. Amazing. The salt is I think salt is king. And salt is king because very little quantity. It can ruin or it can make it wonderful. That's the only thing. So anyway, that's called Swagata Bheda. These are the three types of Bheda possible. Parameshwara, there is these three Vedas are not. Samam. Samam. Okay. Same. And homogeneous, if you want, you can say. Yeah. Then further. Avinashyantam. Avinashyantam samam parameshwaram. And this Parameshwara is something who is Avinashi. Avinashi means your mind should go somewhere. Second chapter. Second chapter. And the slokas can be
Avinashi to
Avinashi to
Sadvidhi.
Tadvidhi.
Vidhi and
Avinashi to Sadvidhi.
second chapter again. One more. Veda vinashinam nityam yayena majam avyayam katham sapurusha partha kanghatayati hantikam. I think that comes, it also comes in the early part of the second chapter, right? So, Veda Vinashinam Nityam. So, there it is an object. Like here, Avinashyantam. Okay? Vinashyantam. Sanskrit students, what pratyaya it is? It is Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
What is the question?
What is the Pratipadikam?
Like Is it Sakaranta?
No. Did you say Sakaranta?
Shakaranta.
No. Mm-mm.
Like Nachiketas, maybe. Sa.
No. That will be Nachiketa some. There is no Sa here at all. There is no Sha also. Avinashyantam. Shatru pratyaya. Shatru. Pashyan, Srinvan, Shan, Jigran. So that is masculine. Here,
Atmapade.
so there it is Shatru. Avinashyat is the Pratipadikam. And it is Napumsakam also. No, not Napumsakam. Here in Parameshwaram. So Akaranta Pullinga. So Avinashyan, Avinashyantau, Avinashyantaha, Avinashyantam, Avinashyantau, Avinashyataha. Like that it goes. Okay. Anyway, that is just by the periodically we just recollect all this. So Avinashyantam, that Avinashi, Parameshwaraha is Avinashi. Okay. That Avinashi Samam Parameshwaram Tishtantam. Tishtantam is that which is staying in, that which is located in. Tishtantam, placed in. That Parameshwara. Where is Parameshwara if you ask? Tishtantam, located in what? He has to say, Krishna has to say, because he used the word Tishtantam, and look at that. In what? Sarveshu, Bhuteshu. All the shu, when it comes, you should understand it. Saptami. In, located in, like that it becomes, right? So, Sarveshu, Bhuteshu, and one more word is there with a shu. Where is it? Sanskrit students.
Vinashyatsu.
Correct. Vinashyatsu. Samanadikaranam with Sarveshu and Bhuteshu. So, Sarveshu Vinashyatsu Bhuteshu. Sarveshu Bhuteshu is what? So that's word, the two words are there, joined, right? Vinashyatsu Avinashyantam. That's how to split that sandhi. Then what? Sarveshu Bhuteshu. Sarveshu Bhuteshu means all beings. All beings. Okay. Living.
Mahodaya, is Tishtantam Saptami then?
No, Tishtantam is not Saptami. Tishtantam is yeah. Staying
So, but-
in, located in. Tishtantam. That Parameshwara which is present in. Tishtantam is present. Okay. We'll come to that in satsang, okay? So, Vinashyatsu, right? Sarveshu Bhuteshu, all beings. All beings. All beings are, what kind of beings they are? Vinashyatsu Bhuteshu. Bhutam here. So, Vinashyat Bhutam. Vinashyat means what? Again, Shatru Pratyaya only here also. So, dying beings. Vinashyat means in the process of perishing. Perishing beings. Correct? Perishing beings. In the process of dying. In the process of dying, when you say, suddenly my mind is going somewhere.
Atasya hi dhruvam mrityu.
Jatasya hi dhruva.
Okay, Jatasya hi dhruvo means what? For the birth, death is certain, and for the dying, birth is certain. Okay? But perishing, in the process of perishing, like that, there is a.
Regrets.
Huh?
This chapter.
Ashochanam prajnavadamscha bhasha. This is Gita number 1. Prajnavadamscha bhashase gatasu nagatasuncha. Gatasu. Look at Arjuna. Krishna is playing a game. Gatasu. Wise people will not have any grief. About what? About people who are gone, dead and gone. Gatasu. Then Agatasu. He is very strange. He's dividing people into two categories. Those who are dead, those who are in the process of dying. There is too much. The process of dying, it's they're not dead now. They'll be dead later. That's what he's saying. That's where my mind is going now. So Vinashyat, the process of perishing. Sarveshu bhuteshu, which are in the process of perishing, means what? Which are anityam. Anityeshu sarveshu bhuteshu. That is the meaning. Like ocean, it's all water. The water is always going to be there, nityam. But everything else, all waves, all tsunamis, all drops, all droplets, everything is anityam. Vinashyatsu. Okay, everything will have a date of birth and a date of death, right? So,
Will it go something like that Parameshwara, who is Avinashi, residing in that which is constantly eroding and being
correct, residing in,
destroyed,
yes,
who
residing in,
exists in Sarveshu and Bhuteshu.
correct, residing in that sarveshu bhuteshu vinashyatsu. That is the way to look at it, right? And so, and already 2 shlokas ago, what did he say? Mrityum. Mrityum atitaranti, he said that. Okay. Here also he's going to say, Mrityu is there, vinashyatsu. All bhuteshu is vinashyatsu. Therefore, there is no escape from death. No escape. See, most people, this is what it is. I want to be born, but I don't want to die. This is our demand. This is our demand. Can your religion offer me that? Yes or no? Tell me yes or no. If you tell me yes, I'll look into it. If you say no, forget it. That is why every religion offers that. Minimum they have to offer is eternal. You're eternal. You'll go to heaven and be there forever. This be there forever is what everybody seems to want. Right? Krishna here is saying that bhuteshu means vinashyatsu, over. There is only one adjective that bhuta will have, which is perishing. It will perish sooner or later. Okay? And so, and there he said, Mrityum atitaranti, that Mrityu atitaranti, who yaha pashyati, the one who sees this, one who sees the purusham samam parameshwaram ketragyam, okay, atmanam, okay, in all this change, in the body which is constantly changing, one who sees yaha pashyati, okay, saha pashyati. This is a very unique usage in the Shastra. Yaha pashyati, saha pashyati. One who is able to get that vision, pashyati here is vision. This is a grand vision it is. And so one who can see it, that person, pashyati, means that person knows, that person sees the paramarthika satyam. That person knows the paramarthika satyam. Until then, he was taking the vyavaharika satyam as paramarthika satyam. Then he became aware of this paramarthika satyam. And then he understood the empirical reality is empirical reality only. It will continue to be there. But then paramarthika satyam is what sustains the entire empirical reality. And that satyam, saha pashyati, yaha pashyati, saha pashyati. And so, here Swamiji says, Deho devalayah proktaha, Jivo deva sanatanaha, Tyajet ajnana nirmalyam soham bhavena. So that soham bhavena, aham. I do this puja with the vision, with the attitude at least. I don't have the vision now. I'm going to get the vision, but with the attitude that I am not different from you. Like that. He quotes that. And then he also says this one. That's why he says, we say namaste, namahate. Namaha is always to Ishvara. Om Soma Yanamaha, Indra Yanamaha, Shiva Yanamaha, Krishna Yanamaha, Devya Yanamaha. That's what it is. Then why are you saying Namaha to me? And why am I saying Namaha to you? Well, that is because of this one. Parameshwaraha tishtati, kutra tishtati, dehe tishtati, atra sarveshu bhuteshu tishtati. That is why Namaha is very appropriate. Namaha, te to you. Namaha, salutations to you, namaste. So, that's the gist of this shloka, which is also beautiful. And so, pashyati, pashyati sa pashyati. That is why our jnanis are called seers, because they see, See, talk to one who talks is a talker, speaker, seer. So they are all called seers. Like that's how he says. Seers.
Tamil they say Papan, Parpan.
Parpan.
Papan has come from Parpan.
Ramuji is talking about in Tamil. We have the same word. Seer is Parpan. Parpada is seeing, right? So Parpan means one who sees. The Satyam. Satya Vastu. One who sees. Parpan it is, but that has gone away over time. So it becomes Papan. Papan. Papa means some kind of some Brahmin, something is it's a negative connotation. But really that Papan should be Parpan, should be related to what we are seeing here. One who sees that Satyavastu. Okay. So all life long I see so many things except what I am supposed to see. But this person sees what is to be seen in one's life. Okay. So let's translate this shloka. So what would be the Anvaya for this shloka for Sanskrit students? Yaha avinashyantam tamam parameshwaram tishtantam parameshwaram
सर्वेषु भूतेषु
avinashya sarveshu bhuteshu or sarveshu avinashyatsu bhuteshu pashyati taha pashyati. Like that you can do an Anvaya, right? Okay, let's do the translation. The one who sees Ishvara or Parameshwara, the one who sees Parameshwara as remaining the same in all beings, as remaining the same in all beings, comma, as the one who is not being destroyed, literal translation, not being destroyed, comma, because present continuous. In Sanskrit, that word is present continuous. Okay. As the one who is not being destroyed, or as the one who is not perishing, either way is fine. Okay, comma. In the things that are perishing, okay, in the things that are perishing, comma, that person alone sees. That person alone sees. Let me read this once again. The one who sees Parameshwara as remaining the same in all beings, as the one who is not being destroyed, in the things that are perishing, that person alone sees. Yeah, Mahesh, go ahead. We're not able to hear you. Are you talking or? We can't hear you, Mahesh. Huh? Or is anybody able to hear Mahesh? No, we are not able to hear. Okay. All right, we'll conclude. ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।